la philosophie et des arts, etc., où on sépare la tête du corps, et ce faisant, on est dans une sorte de schizophrénie. Dans l'introduction à l'esthétique, Hegel dit il est temps pour nous de nous défaire des scories affectives pour faire enfin de l'art une branche de la philosophie. Quand il dit ça, effectivement, il donne bien à voir que pour lui, le corps, les émotions, la sensibilité, c'est de la merde, c'est des scories, ça n'a pas d'intérêt. La seule chose qui compte, c'est le concept, c'est l'idée, etc. Et là, effectivement, on voit que le langage sépare le corps en deux. Et moi, il me tarde de les réunir.
Themselves, there was some degree of damage done to the paintings on the cover, and I wanted to illustrate the subtext of the word heathen being barbarian or Philistine, non-acceptance of culture or high culture, a wish to destroy everything that we have created to express ourselves. And the three names on the books, the three books in fact, were very important in as much as The Gay Science, for instance, by Nietzsche, was the book in which he said God is dead. Which was a culmination of all the thought of the previous century, of the late 19th century. There was people were so aggrandized with their own sense of science and the aftermath of the Enlightenment and how man himself could improve the world. Then, of course, it led to things like Nietzsche saying God is dead, and it led to Einstein's discovery that time and space aren't what we thought they were, and Freud an understanding of another kind of human inside the human. All these things culminated in the idea that everything we've known before was wrong. Everything. So we start out the 20th century with this clean slate. We are now the gods. And the greatest thing that we could do as God during that century was create the bomb. That was what we were good at doing. And I think that in itself, in the 50s and 60s, the repercussions of what we had done by standing in for this idea of morality, ourselves, creating it all ourselves, so destroyed our fix on what we should be doing in life that we're still living through that chaos right now. We have no spiritual lives to speak of. There's quasi-new religions, but there is no direct sense of what our purpose is anymore. Now, that may be a good thing, because it may show itself to be that we in fact don't have a purpose. Are we big enough and mature enough to exist like that? Are we mature enough to accept that there's no plan, there's no going somewhere, there's no gift of immortality at the end of this if we evolve? If we evolve far enough, we may never have to die. I mean, that seems to be the reach from the past. Well, maybe we can't live like that. Maybe we have to exist and live on the idea that we have one day at a time to live. And can we do that? Because if we could do that, we may be serving some great thing.
When all the world was very young, and mountain magic a heavy hung, the supermen would walk in file, guardians of the loveless isle, and gloomy browed with super fear, their tragic endless lives, heave nor sigh in solemn perverse serenity, wondrous beings chained to life. Mystics taught no pain, no joy, no power to write, colossal strength, the grasp of fate, where sad-eyed
Autrefois, je pouvais deviner à l'avance quand tu me devenais hostile, parce que tu pouvais passer une journée entière sans m'appeler Mathilde. Tu t'en souviens sûrement pas.
Mathilde. 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 Mathilde.
Mais on pourrait dire, alors, moins bien, mais du point de vue qui nous occupe, ben oui, l'art, c'est ce qui résiste. C'est ce qui résiste. Et c'est peut-être, non pas la seule chose qui résiste, mais c'est ce qui résiste. D'où le rapport si étroit entre l'acte de résistance et l'art, et l'œuvre d'art. Tout acte de résistance n'est pas une œuvre d'art, bien que d'une certaine manière elle en soit. Toute œuvre d'art n'est pas un acte de résistance, et pourtant d'une certaine manière, elle l'est.
Samba agoniza, mas não morre. Alguém sempre te socorre antes do suspiro derradeiro. Samba, negro forte destemido, foi duramente perseguido. Na esquina, no botiquinho terreiro. Samba, inocente pé no chão, a vida o guia do salão.